Hiya folks, and welcome back to Get to Know Me. From this picture, obviously you can guess what we're going to be talking about. This is the biggest interest of mine, stretch limos. Now this might be quite a long video because there's quite a bit of a backstory as to why I got into stretch limousines. So basically it all started, I'll try and cut a long story short for you, but I can't guarantee anything. Basically, it all started with one of my cousins was getting married, and my dad and my aunt, so my dad's sister, were in charge of the wedding cars. And she said she wanted 2 limousines for the wedding party, for the bridesmaids and the page boys and whatever. And she wasn't too sure on what car she wanted for herself. We ended up giving her a lovely vintage car, which she absolutely adored. Apparently she was in tears when she saw it. She loved it. But we booked the 2 limousines that she wanted, and at one point, just after we booked them, my mum said I might get a third limousine to take, like more guests in, to save like loads of people taking cars or having to get a taxi. So I said to her, well, would that mean that I got to have a ride in one? And she went, of course you would. So obviously I was only 14 at the time, so like 13 or 14 or no, I was 14. So obviously the thought of going for a ride in a stretch limousine at that age was just like, oh my goodness. So I just suddenly became fascinated by them, thinking that I was going to have a ride in one. Unfortunately, it didn't come off. It wasn't meant to be. My mum decided it was too expensive to book a third limousine, so we ended up. Well, I didn't end up going in one. My dad went in one, so I think that's what upset me more, because obviously my dad was, I think it was a page boy or an usher, or something like that. Or I can't remember. It was years ago. We're talking 2007. Well, 2008, I think she got married, but it was 2007 that obviously we booked everything. So I decided to continue my interest of limousines, discovering that there was lots of different kinds of limousines out there, different colours, different lengths, and I was saying to myself, oh, I'd like to ride in that one. I'd like to ride in that one. And then just before Christmas in 2007, my school counsellor gave me some news that, well, I nearly fell through the floor. After a review of my behaviour and, schoolwork, things like that, with my parents, my counsellor was thinking of doing a treat. And they both knew that I loved limos, so my dad actually gave her the number for the limo company that we used. I'm not going to mention the company on here just in case I get copyright striked or anything. This is not a sponsored video, so I'm not going to be giving names out and where they're based. But this limo company that we used, my dad gave them the number, and she phoned them up. She explained that I love limos. The school wanted to give me sort of a Christmas treat, and would they be able to bring a limo to school and he could have his photo took and he could have a look at it. And they very kindly, at the time, they were looking to promote the company a bit more, so they said, well, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll bring our biggest limo and we'll give him a ride in one as well. So, I didn't get to go in a wedding limo, but I did still get a limo ride. And the limo that I went in for the first time was a Hummer. So it was the best possible limo I could ever want to have a ride in. So yeah, so before Christmas 2007, they brought the Hummer to my school. We had I had my picture taken. I got to meet the owners of the limo company who organised it. Me and my friends were driven round for a while, and then at the end of school, the limo actually took me home. So I actually got to go home in the limo as well. So that was nice. So it was like I sort of got two rides, whereas everyone else only got one. But yeah, it was a really good day, and I think it really did boost custom for the company as well. And that company I do actually still use today for occasions, so it's nice that we have actually managed to stay in contact with that company. So you're probably wondering, was that the only limo ride you've had? No, it is not. I've been in about 22 limousines, if I can I think that's an honest amount. I've lost count, to be honest, but I'd say it's got to be over 20 limousines I've been in. A lot of times it's been the same one, but just for different occasions. So obviously I class it as a different ride. So I've had a limo ride for practically any sort of occasion I can think of, really. So my 18th, I had a limo. My 20th, I had a limo. Because my 21st, I had a limo. My college prom, we had a limo. Me and my friends had a night out in Lichfield, and we had a half an hour limo ride as well. Any excuse I can get to hire a limo, I'll try and hire one. So yeah, I mean I can't really say much more about them really, but I think the reason I got into them was because they're large luxury vehicles. They're different colours, they're different shapes, they're different sizes, and it's just been interesting to see like the differences between them all. So that pretty much wraps it up. So you know that I'm a massive fan of limos, and I hope to ride in many more. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget, if you want to ask any questions, post them down in the comments section below. I will try my best to answer them all. And until the next time, I'll bid you a good day.